Palash had lost his way, though he was accompanied by his grandfather, who was over 60. A strong and sturdy man, his passion was wandering through deep forests. He had no fear of snakes, bears, or tigers. He searched for beehives, and without hesitation, he would break them and bring the honey home. Bees couldn't even get close to his tuft of hair. That's how fearless he was. Once Palash had insisted on accompanying him. Back then, how old could he have been? 12 or 13 at most. His grandfather's name was Paramesh. Palash still remembers that day. It was winter. A thick fog blanketed the surroundings. The trees, roads, and pathways in the distance were barely visible. It was like groping through darkness. They had set out early in the morning, venturing deep into the forest in search of beehives. This was a path Paramesh had never taken before, but he was not someone to be afraid. After walking a long way through the forest, they suddenly came across a house now reduced to ruins, sprawling across quite a large area. Paramesh moved closer and examined it carefully. There was something attached to the wall like a nameplate, though it was impossible to decipher. However, the year inscribed on it was still visible, 1940, the time of World War II.
Grandfather, what was this eerie house?
It looks like a castle from the time of World War II.
You mean a royal palace?
Possibly, it wouldn't be surprising.
Let's go inside.
No, don't even think about it. Given the state of this house, if the remaining ruins collapse on us, we won't make it out alive.
But before Paramesh could finish speaking, Palash had already stepped into the ruins. Paramesh cried out in alarm. Just then the house trembled. He realized that Palash's chances of getting out were slim.
Palash, come out at once.
But who was there to listen? Or perhaps Palash couldn't hear him. Had he run into danger? There could be snakes. Even if there weren't, what if something terrible happened? How would he ever face Palash's parents? Time kept slipping away, yet it was impossible to tell whether it was noon or afternoon. If night fell, getting out of there would be even harder. With no other choice, Paramesh stepped towards the ruins. Inside, it was pitch dark.
Palash?
Grandfather, I can't find my way.
Where are you?
I don't know.
You try and I'll try. Let's see if we can find each other. This place feels like a terrible maze. How will we escape from here?
Time dragged on, but it was impossible to tell how much had passed. Day or night, there was no way to guess. Nothing was visible. Suddenly, the surroundings were engulfed in impenetrable darkness. Fireflies buzzed in the distance. That meant night had fallen in the forest. Now wandering blindly through the woods was out of the question. Yet Paramesh kept searching for his grandson with all his might. They kept calling out to each other, but neither could figure out where the other was. The entire night passed like this. Neither hunger nor thirst touched them, nor did they feel the cold. There was only one thing in their minds, the urgency to escape the maze.
It's dawn. I can hear the birds chirping. Get out however you can. I'm trying to...
After much struggle, Paramesh finally stepped outside and saw Palash, exhausted and trembling. They held each other tightly. Never in his life had the fearless Paramesh been so afraid. Not for himself, but for Palash. If something had happened to the boy, he would have carried the guilt to his grave. The two of them stood up, dusted themselves off, and began making their way back to civilization, stepping carefully through the forest path.